And we know a lot of folks are going to be hoping for good weather for this race Sunday.
Yeah, I'm optimistic for Sunday. I think we're going to see a very similar pattern the next couple of days with isolated storms. We are going to see some out there like we're seeing tonight. They're just going to be pretty scattered. We do have one new storm that has produced a severe thunderstorm warning. That is for parts of Catawba and Iredell County. You see why? See that pink showing up right there? That severe thunderstorm warning is likely for some small hail. That's a hail core. We could see it on radar. You see the warning, which is up here until, another hour, 45 minutes or so. I can actually see the hail core in our 3D slicer. See that purple area? It's aloft right now, so it's between around 10 and 20,000 feet. That hail core will descend, and we'll likely see some maybe quarter-size hail, which is about a 1-inch diameter hail piece. And we talked about earlier about the height. These are getting up to 35,000 feet. That is definitely getting to the threshold where you can see some hail or some damaging winds. It's actually moving northeast. So here's the storm track heading towards Statesville in about the next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're worried about hail, maybe put the car in the garage. I don't expect it to get too large, but definitely hail within that storm. And anytime you get hail, you can produce some damaging winds. Also, pretty strong storm now beginning to develop around Hickory. Looks like another hail core developing on the south side. So we likely could see another round of hail on there. These have developed on an outflow boundary. These two storms definitely have the potential to produce some wind or some hail. They're moving northeast. You can see how dry it is to the south, but that's the warm air feeding into those two storms pushing north. So we're going to see a couple more of these through the evening, especially as some develop back to the west and head our way. So through the evening hours, our highest rain chance will probably come up after, let's say, 6 or 7 o'clock till about 8 or 9, and then things will begin to taper off overnight as we fall back into the low 70s. Your weather headlines, boy, the weather impacts for the weekend certainly are going to be about the heat, the humidity. All weekend long, we're going to see scattered storms like we're seeing tonight every evening after 4 p.m. But if you're not ready for the heat and humidity just yet, I know we're going into summer, we will get a brief cool down for the middle of next week. Tomorrow will not be a cool down. We'll be back up close to 90 again with, just like today, a 30-40% chance of a stray thunderstorm. And again, 1 or 2 could pulse up to severe category. There's our front dying to the south, but also helping to produce those late day and afternoon and evening storms. Looks like we got a new warning there. Let's go right to that warning. I bet it's that cell over Hickory we were just talking about a moment ago. Back out of here so we could show you that. But that looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm guessing for that area right around the Hickory area where we had that storm earlier. We'll go in on that. That's the storm, exactly the one I was talking about. Alexander, Catawba County. That one is up until 7 p.m. So not surprised. We were showing that hail core starting to develop there right around Hickory. So very similar storms near Hickory. Also one there in eastern Catawba County going into Iredell County. All these drifting north towards Interstate 40. So over the next couple of hours, these will dissipate, but we're going to see another round of storms this weekend. Here's a look at the storms tonight. You see them moving through between now and, let's say, midnight. So we could see some linger for a while. Then we dry out tomorrow. Most of the day is dry, but by evening, 1 or 2 isolated storms start to develop, but many areas like tonight will stay dry. Saturday might be the best day of the weekend. We could see some showers in the morning, but very few in the afternoon. So if you want a day where it's going to be almost nearly 100% dry, I think Saturday will be the day. Can't rule that out. The chance of rain is still going to be around 20%. But over the next 5 days, the rain chances aren't off the charts. This is actually your pretty typical summer pattern. See how scattered they are tomorrow and Saturday. Sunday, pretty scattered, as Monday as well, just 30%, and then almost completely dry as we go into Tuesday. So all in all, the weekend forecast is not looking bad. You see the rain chances, that's pretty typical. Any summer day, you're rarely going to see that less than 20 or 30% just because heating of the day can produce a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. In the tropics, we are keeping an eye on an area of disturbed weather, 10% probability this could become a tropical or subtropical system. Not going to move towards the United States. If you have coastal plans or going to the beach this weekend, this will stay way offshore, but keep an eye on those rip currents and some of the higher waves. It could kick up some of those, especially about early next week. Your Guide Roofing 7-day forecast. Look at these temperatures, near 90 through the weekend, those isolated storm chances. But next week, definitely a cool down, upper 70s by next Thursday.
Okay, Brad, thank you.